Hey everyone, welcome to Geekbeef. My name is Andy Beef.
I'm Josh Beef, and this is Geekbeef Gaming.
And this is our first episode of Geekbeef Gaming.
It's the gaming one.
This is our first gaming session. We're going to be talking about video games in general. None of our other entertainment stuff, so we hope you enjoy. Anything to add, Josh Beef?
Not necessarily.
Good!
It's not at this point. Today, we're going to be specifically talking about Nintendo, and I'm sure we'll throw some other things in there, here and there.
Last week, the new Nintendo Direct came out, where Nintendo discussed a lot of new things that we're very excited about.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people have been saying it's the best Direct since Nintendo's E3 at or their presentation at E3 of 2017, which
that's a good way of putting it.
That's what a lot of people are saying. I don't disagree, but I'm also not 100% in agreement with that for a couple reasons. I think that 2018's E3, they did have one of those, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want to be like, oh, just kidding. It's almost there. But no, 2018's Nintendo E3 presentation. I love Smash, but it felt like it was a little too much Smash. I think that they could have divvied up.
Well, they know where their fans lie, so it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
They want Smash, so we'll give them Smash. And that's really all we needed.
Sure,
I'm excited for it.
And I'm cool with that. I'm totally okay with that.
You were just disappointed that we didn't hear more about Metroid Prime 4, like we did last year.
Dude, yeah. I can't talk enough about how much I love Metroid. And it's not even because, I know all about lore and I know all about this stuff. It's just, a huge... sentimental thing.
You have a man crush on Samus, don't you?
I do. She is a man. No, Samus is a man.
Yes,
Samus is a woman. I don't know why you said man crush, but anyway. But yeah, my brother, I would always watch my brother play Metroid Prime 1 when I was younger, and I could never figure it out. I would mess around, couldn't figure it out. It was one of those games that I was just
so bad at it.
I was just so bad at it. I was so unintellectual. But recently, now that I'm a little older, I wanted to replay them in preparation for Prime 4. And since there's not really anything on that, we won't be talking about that too much. But let me just get it out now. I played Prime 1 a few months ago and beat it. It felt really good. Finished Prime 2 Echoes last night. And then I'm going to play 3 in preparation for 4. And so I'm really excited for that.
That motion controls, boo.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled. I'm not too excited about the
Wii
controls.
They work fantastic, so that's pretty cool.
That's what my brother said. He said he's never been a huge fan of the Wii controls, but that was one that he thought really did it pretty well.
The shooter controls were done really well. So
yeah, and any tutorial or anything you look up of the trilogy, of anything even Prime 1 or 2, it's usually a video that's been done on the re-release trilogy with the Wii U controls or an emulator.
But. So Metroid Prime 4 coming soon at some point. Who knows when?
So
hopefully
excited.
Sooner than later.
Yeah.
In other news, the Nintendo Direct last week. They opened it up with a huge announcement for Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited for that. I don't know if you've ever played Luigi's Mansion.
I've not.
I played the first one a long time ago, and I played the second one, which was on the 3DS, which both of them were great games.
Okay.
But then they finally announced Luigi's Mansion 3, which is pretty awesome. Really excited about that. Along with the release date for Luigi's Mansion 1 being remastered for the 3DS.
3DS, right.
And that comes out on October 12th, and it includes multiplayer, which is be pretty neat. We'll have to
that
play
was
that.
Not in the first one, right?
Right.
Their original release. I've never played Luigi's Mansion. I've seen a couple things about it. I've seen, memes about it. I thought the I'm blanking on the Simon Belmont release, announcement for Super Smash Bros.
When they started out Luigi?
When they murdered Luigi. When they did that Simon Belmont announcement for Smash, he's still sulking. They pulled a Luigi's Mansion vibe from it, which was first to me okay, this is clearly not just Luigi's Mansion, but it's pretty cool. And I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it's great games. So I'll definitely be picking that one up for sure, because it'll be a nice introduction to the Luigi's Mansion world. And then who knows, I might pick up the first one when they release it on 3DS too.
Yeah.
So that'll probably...
For sure.
The heck, he's what?
So, Splatoon 2 Update 4.0 was
Yeah.
announced. Which do you play Splatoon?
I don't. I played it on the Wii U. I bought a Wii U specifically to play Smash Bros. Specifically to play Smash 4 on it, and it wasn't my game that I wanted to get into that much, so I ended up
Eating.
Wii U again. But while I had
Don't
it,
talk about that. You can't tell them
Consume.
Nintendo system.
you just want to restart.
So
and I'll-
Splatoon 2. So update 4.0.
Update 4.0.
They had some pretty cool stuff. New costumes. It's like any other Splatoon 2 update they released. They had more costumes, more weapons. You know, cool. Have fun with that. Not really too much more with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mega Man 11 demo. Did you play the demo?
I have not.
Oh my gosh! What are you waiting for?
Now you told me they released like the remake of the original games.
They've released the Mega Man collection, Legacy Collection, which was Mega Man 1 through 6 or 7.
Now what is that called on the Nintendo store? Because I didn't want to like buy the wrong
The Mega
one.
Man Legacy Collection.
Like, okay, so that is 1 through 6.
Well, I
There's a 1
think
through
it's
7.
Collection 1 and 2. Like, they released Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is what it was, in one collection. And then Mega Man 5, 6, and 7 in Mega Man Collection 2.
But they're separate.
And then they released the Mega Man X Collection,
Right.
which I love, because Mega Man X.
Right. I've never played Mega Man. I did not grow up when it came out. I wasn't in that time period. I'm pretty significantly younger. But
It's okay.
I've still had a lot of exposure to 90s, early 90s games and stuff. And my brother, who
He
is
said exposure. Mega Man exposure.
Mega Man exposure.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need more of that in my
Yeah, you do.
diet.
You do need more
in my
Mega Man
diet.
in your diet.
But I am pretty excited to get that and play it. I'm probably going to end up getting every single package of Mega Man because
Oh, you should get them packages.
I've been deprived
Yeah.
pretty immensely
Do
when
it.
it comes to
Anyway,
that.
yeah, Mega Man 11 demo. It's
Yeah.
just it feels like classic Mega Man,
Pick that up right
but
after this.
it's
Why not?
like 2D, 3D, 2D. I don't know what they call it now. It's pretty cool.
It's 2.5.
Try it.
2.5
It's
D.
sweet. Yeah, try
Actually,
it.
is what they call it.
Try it. It's sweet. Mario Tennis update, which again, more updates for Mario Tennis. Cool stuff.
Yeah, more skins. Birdo. Everyone loves that. They're the
Birdo.
shy guy. You and I played a few matches of Mario Tennis a little bit after it had come out, and I was.
You beat me,
Did
even though
I?
you had not played it before. Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, you
Well,
kept
it
beating me.
took a couple rounds, but it was pretty fun. Not exactly my realm.
I'm really bad at it, but
I am too, but
Nintendo makes good sports games.
it was still fun.
It's
It
just-
wasn't my game, but
hey.
it was still fun. I still wanted them to put like Wii Sports on the Switch.
Wii Sports
Switch
Unlimited
Sports.
7001.
Yeah, but I thought it was a good game.
Yeah. Then they did
The new Super Mario Bros.
There you go.
They did the new Super Mario Bros. Coming to Switch, which I'm pretty excited about because the only Super Mario Bros. Game that I've played, I mean, I've played the original. I didn't beat it, but I've played a lot of the original Super Mario, just the regular side-scrolling one. But this one reminds me, obviously, a lot of the new Super Mario Bros. That they put on the DS when it came out. So they had that.
I think that's what came out first was New Super Mario Brothers on the DS, and then they released the follow-up on the Wii, and then they released the next follow-up
I
on
think they
the
released
Wii U.
like at the same time.
It was around something
Pretty
like
similar.
that.
Yeah, they were pretty similar for the Wii and the regular DS.
Yeah.
Because I actually didn't know that they had a DS that didn't have a backlight.
They didn't have a DS that didn't have backlight.
Yeah, I thought they did because I had looked it up like after I got one, and it was called the DS Lite, and it had a backlight. It might have been we don't need to talk about it.
All DSs had backlights.
Right, but there are some that don't. They're like, I don't know if they're prototypes or what, but it just folds like a regular DS, and it's really thick and it's kind of unattractive. It doesn't look as good as
No, the DS Lite was thin.
No, I know, but there was one before it. There was one before it that like didn't have a backlight.
That would be the original DS, but it
Yeah.
had a backlight.
I'm not crazy.
He is crazy.
Anyway, I really enjoyed Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. On the DS when it came out. I played that probably twice. And I'm not super great at games, as I mentioned earlier with Metroid, but I beat it, and it was really fun, so I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. Exactly. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up because it's one of the few... Mario's one of the few like side-scrollers that I can get into, or at least have already kind of sort of gotten
And
into.
you can play it with your cat.
Exactly.
And
My
your
cat.
mom.
My cat and my mom.
And your sister.
And my sister.
And your dad.
And my dad. Whole
At the
family.
same time. because it has multiplayer stuff.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that
multiplayer, bro.
was introduced in the Wii U. They had like 4. You know, you could play with 4 players.
Plus, it comes with
All at once.
all of the content. So all the Luigi stuff. Pretty cool.
Cool.
Next announcement was Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy Reroll, which is a remake of the original Katamari, upgraded HD, made real fancy on the Switch. I'm excited. I love the Katamari games.
What's the story with Katamari? I'm not familiar at all, other than
so
what
the king of all cosmos rules the universe, and he has his son, the little Katamari, the prince. He's just the prince.
Okay.
And your job is to roll around on the planets and roll up as much crap as you can, and then you give it to your father, the king, and he turns all the junk into new planets.
No way.
True story.
Wow.
It's fun. It's just really addicting to run around and roll up as much crap as you can, and you're like picking everything up in cows, and the bigger your balls get, the more stuff you can pick up.
That sounds...
You heard me right.
I didn't know what that was.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Play Katamari.
I will maybe be doing that.
Big thing I'm excited for is Diablo 3 Eternal Collection on the Switch.
Yeah.
Which I love Diablo 3. Played a ton of it on PC. I have it on PS4, but I didn't play too much of it. But it's awesome that you'll now have the entire collection on the Switch.
Right.
Not that you can play it online with up to 3 other people, or you can play it locally with 4 different Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Which
in a group of 4 people.
We're definitely going to.
This is like old style friggin'
dungeon crawlers.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Very excited for that. That's going to be a great party game. Get together with friends, wreak some havoc on some dungeons, find some new gear. It's going to be sweet.
Yeah. The next thing that they talked about. It's going to be sweet. Sweet like candy. So after that, they announced, after Diablo, they announced the City Skylines.
What?
Yeah!
City Skylines?
City Skylines.
That game is going to be awesome.
It's going to be so good. I am so
I don't care about it, but
Me
you
neither.
might.
Yeah.
And well, then they said it came out directly after the Direct.
Yeah.
Directly after the Direct.
Yeah, so you can literally go to the eShop right now and get City Skylines. If that's your type of game that you like to get into.
Do you like tea?
Go for it.
Do you like cities and skylines? Then your cup of tea might be City Skylines. Go get it now on the Nintendo eShop.
Consume that.
You're welcome, Nintendo.
You're welcome.
Sponsorship, FT Dub.
Yeah, so next they talked about Civilization.
Civilization 6. That's kind of a big deal.
Kind of, especially on the Switch.
I'm not a big Civ fan. I've played it. But I know a lot of people who are huge fans of Civilization.
Yeah, it's really popular.
And having it mobile now, it's just going to work. It's going to work really well.
Yeah,
really,
people
are excited about that.
That's something that like people are going to pull out. I mean, like I can see people specifically like taking time to play that, but it's also something that's really good to like if you're just bored for a few minutes, you can still jump in and you know advance in it. It's good for whatever it is that you're wanting to do. So anyone that plays Civ knows that. So after that, they brought up Starlink, which we're both pretty excited about. Mostly, well, me personally, mostly because of the whole Star Fox integration. The fact that they're bringing Star Fox into that, and you can bring an R-Wing in there, and that sort of thing, like that's what I'm pretty excited about. Because
I'm a huge Star Fox fan.
Right.
And like this is like a Star Fox like game on the Switch, which they haven't made a lot of Star Fox like games. Even Nintendo hasn't made it like a real legit Star Fox.
Last time they made a Star Fox game was for the 3DS, and the
last one was on the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh, and it was Star Fox.
And it was cool, but they used the controller that you had to use the handheld controller to control it.
I didn't know that.
And it was cool, but it just felt bad. Like I just want a legit old-fashioned style Nintendo 64 like Star Fox, and that's what I feel Starlink's going to be like. And they implemented all the Star Fox characters into it, which is going to be awesome. They even have a special edition that comes with like an R-Wing ship, which is pretty sweet.
I really want that. Probably not going to get
it. They presented it to Miyamoto at
They did. I thought that was super cool. He was like,
cool, guys.
Yeah. And then I loved how at the end of the part of that direct, they like showed a little cameo of Wolf at the end too, which I thought was pretty cool.
Wolf. Star Wolf.
Pardon.
I like his visor.
I did too.
He can He can see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch with that, baby.
Yeah. It was giving me some Goku vibes. Or Vegeta vibes.
Vegeta vibes?
Vegeta vibes.
Vegeta vibes.
That's it.
World ends with... Then it went on to like a huge Square Enix section.
Oh my gosh.
And they denounced World Ends With You. We're all doomed.
Nintendo's not...
They announced World Ends With You, which... Old game on the original DS, I think. Original DS?
I believe so.
Old game. But it was huge. Everyone loved that game, and they've already released it several other times. It came out on smartphones, Android, and Apple phones several years ago. And now they're releasing World Ends With You Final Mix on the Switch, which everyone's really excited about. I'm assuming it'll still have touchscreen controls and the implemented controller controls, too.
I have such a hard time following the chronological order of Nintendo releases. Nintendo is my favorite gaming franchise by far. Franchise. And the original Nintendo, or the original DS, was released in North America in November 21st, 2004.
How old were you?
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Well, seriously, we were all so little back then.
Yeah.
And like thinking about it now, like that was so long ago.
Yeah.
I remember getting my first DS, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
And it had a backlight.
And it had a backlight. Yeah, it's true, it did. But I still, like, I'm just so bad at timelines in, like, as far as releasing stuff, that something that's still that old from the original DS being brought onto the Switch, it's still, like, anything that's being brought on that's that old tells me that Nintendo still has some type of faith in it that it can still do well, which tells me that they have a little bit of faith in the community that's like,
well,
we want
it's
this
kind
stuff.
of Square Enix too.
Well, it's a collaboration with them, but a game that's that old, regardless.
Well, there's so many games that people just want to replay through in high definition. I mean, you see Capcom do it all the time. Every company does it. They're re-releasing a lot of these older games, and we love it. Like, I have no problem with that. I'll rebuy games galore especially for the Switch. It's really cool because we can finally have a console that can handle these games on the go. Like, where's my Devil May Cry on the Switch?
Yeah.
Where's my Ninja Gaiden on the Switch? I'm talking to you, Team Ninja, and you know, those are things I want. Please, thanks. Just my little
those
shout
games
out
were
there.
too hard for me. I could never play them.
Yeah.
They what is it? Ninja Gaiden Black that makes fun of you for taking easy mode.
Yeah.
They're
like,
don't let
do you want to go
continue.
easier? Yeah, they turn it into Ninja Dog mode if you do too bad.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you if you want to do it though.
Yeah.
If you say no, you can't. They won't ask you again, and then just gypped.
Yeah.
Hard games. Well, we won't get there because we're still on the Square Enix section.
Right.
And then they went into like this whole crazy Final Fantasy releases galore thing
Oh
where
my
they
gosh.
announced tons of Final Fantasy games coming out on the
I was
Switch.
like, every time they said one of the game names, I like slowly got pushed back. I was like, it was like just a rapid fire. Yeah, it was. I was like that. Like I was dead before the direct ended. It was like I was overwhelmed with.
They announced Final Fantasy 7,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 15 Portable, and Pocket. And Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles being remastered, which is from the freaking GameCube, which is so long ago.
Again, back to old games. That's what baffles me. The GameCube came out in 2001.
That's crazy.
And the Nintendo DS only came out in 2004. That's 3 years later. I thought it was much newer than that.
It's cool. That's
Old
what's
games.
cool is like
old games.
Some companies they don't wait long enough to re-release a game, you know. But something like Crystal Chronicles, this is the perfect time on the Switch to do that. Like, that's such a great co-op game that nobody really has played. A lot of people haven't played, except for us older gamers.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to see that they're trying that again on a new console to see if it'll make it. You know, maybe people will love it this time. So, and now the Final Fantasy Pocket Edition, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition,
Right.
they announced, which already came out on the iOS and Android store not too long
Which
ago.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was ever on any phones.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, what is it? The mobile?
Yeah.
Pocket Edition. Thank you.
Pocket
Edition. Phones, pockets make sense. I didn't know that it was ever on an iOS device or an Android device. I didn't know it was on phones at all. I thought it was just always on console. But the fact that they did that is super cool.
It's basically
like,
Final Fantasy 15 cut down to a smaller size. It still has all like the voice acting and everything from the actual game, They removed the open world, and the battle system still works similar. You don't have control over the camera. It's just like the worlds that you can run through.
That's interesting.
But still the same level, so it's interesting going into it. You recognize the areas and locations, but they're from like a top-down Diablo type of view. It still plays really well. Pretty cool.
I think the exclusion of the open world aspect is going to make it easier for me personally, just because like things like Assassin's Creed and open world stuff like Legend of Zelda, like that stuff all sidetracked me so much, and I'm really bad at keeping with storylines. So the fact that there's no open world stuff,
people like that because it gives you more time in the game, though.
Absolutely. No, don't get me wrong. There's people out there that like it, and I like open world stuff too. But for me personally, I think it'll help me get through the game faster, which I like to do. I like to end games, not because of anything in particular, but it's just like it feels very accomplishing to accomplish a video game.
Now you're rambling.
Now I'm rambling.
Yeah, but you make a good point. Like, I enjoy quickly finishing a game these days. I don't have time to put 150 hours into every game I play.
Yeah.
I already did that in Final Fantasy 15. Pocket Edition is just something I can play on the go, and it's cool.
And I think it'll be a good entry for me.
And it's out now on the eShop. It's like $17.99 at discount right now. It won't always be discounted, but right now you can get it for $17.99 in eShop.
Yeah. I'll probably get that later
pretty cool.
today.
You can check that out. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, if you've never played those. Great games. Final Fantasy 7 and 9. Where's Final Fantasy 8?
I don't know.
Final Fantasy 8's my favorite of the Final Fantasy games, and it's not on there, so...
Get it together. Should just release
pick it up,
everything.
Square.
Pick it up.
8.
Yeah.
We talked about Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah.
10, 10-2.
Now,
great games.
something, if you don't mind, we're moving on.
Go ahead.
I love Smash. I think I said that at the very beginning.
Oh, we're just switching straight into Smash now? Smash me up, Josh Beef. Smash me up so hard.
Spoilers if you haven't seen the direct, but it's pretty much all out already.
If you haven't seen the direct, there are no spoilers for Smash at this point, really.
I suppose not.
Like, if you haven't watched it and you're watching this, then this is your direct, and you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Here comes an announcement.
Thanks for joining us. From Animal Crossing, a really beloved gaming franchise from Nintendo.
Now, how did they present this? Start from the beginning of how Nintendo presented.
So it came up and it showed a regular like house scene or office scene from Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
I got tripped up. Animal Crossing, and
Tom
it looked
Nook.
like it was Tom Nook, chilling. No, that was after.
Oh, was it?
That was after. And so Isabella's sitting there. She's talking to herself, and she's talking about Tom Nook, I think.
And we're all psyching out
because
oh my gosh,
a new Animal
Crossing's
Crossing
coming.
game. We're so excited. There hasn't been one for a long time. So they're talking about Isabella, and then all of a sudden, she gets this letter, and everyone is like, "Oh my gosh, a letter! What the heck is this? What we think it is?" And lo and behold, she got invited into Smash. Isabella turns because we think it's going to be an Animal Crossing, but then it's not. It's a Smash introduction, and it's super, super cool. Because Animal Crossing is great. They have Villager from Animal Crossing, and all of the skins for him.
So what's great about Isabella, though?
Isabella is... I don't think she's an Echo Fighter, and if she is...
She's a fighter?
She's a fighter. She's not a...
So she's actually a playable character in Smash.
She's a playable character.
I thought you were going to say she's like one of the trophy
She's an assist
fighters.
trophy.
Assist trophy.
She's an assist trophy. No, she's not an assist trophy. She's a playable character. She's a fighter, so you can main.
I love Isabella.
That's great.
I think it's great that they made her a character, because Isabella's like everyone's biggest fan. We're all fans of Izzy.
Well, I had been hearing that. Like, everyone had been talking about Isabella being in Smash far before this direct, and I was like, I don't understand why they would necessarily put Isabella in Smash when they have other choices from other franchises.
I think it's just cute, because, like, Isabella's like... You don't expect her to fight.
No, I totally agree.
She's just so sweet.
She's a sweet thing, like a sweet little character, and then all of a sudden she's beating these big buff guys up, because she's just awesome and like super, super cool, which I thought was super cool. But like Villager, the reason I don't think she's an Echo Fighter, or she might be an Echo Fighter, but she's kind of her own deal, because like Villager's rocket goes like horizontal, and then hers like went up and
vertical.
Vertical.
So Isabella's got a rocket too.
Yeah.
Shoots for the moon.
Yeah, and then she has like one of those firecracker poppers.
A party popper.
And then this one reaction I was watching was her. I think it was just a taunt, but it brings up a stop sign and she blows her whistle. She just blows her whistle, and I think it was Roy that ran up to her and stopped. And one of the guys was like, "She's a move that makes characters stop running." Like that's what he said. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's just a taunt. And then they made like, sorry, spit. He thought of it. It was so funny because he's like, you can't do that. You can't make a character stop running. Well, I guess you could with like a. It's not. It's like one of those really awesome Nintendo things that they just threw in there that they could have totally not done this and nothing have changed. But whenever she does her up B and she starts free falling, she like kind of holds her skirt down when she's falling. Very ladylike.
It's so cute.
Yeah, but it was like this little thing.
Oh, and that's only the American version. In the Japanese version, it's uncensored, so they don't even bother. Just like,
I don't think that's true. I mean, they could update it. The patches in the future. Who knows? Buff the puff. Anyway.
Buff the what? Anyways.
I know what that
Smash Brothers is going to be awesome.
Smash Brothers is going to be awesome.
We're all excited for Smash Bros. Ultimate. It comes out before the end of the year.
December 7th. Comes out December 7th.
December 7th.
Pretty excited. I have it pre-ordered already. I have a Smash controller pre-ordered. Pre-ordered. But back to whenever, the beginning of that part where they're like, oh, is this a new Animal Crossing game? And then, oh, just kidding, it's Smash. Everyone probably got super bummed out.
And that's when Tom Nook came out.
And if you actually look to the right of him, there's a
Switch.
I think it's to his left, actually. It's our right. When we're watching the video, there's a Switch. I didn't see that the first time I watched it.
Yeah, there's a Switch sitting on his desk because he's been playing it,
Obviously.
Tom Nook plays Smash.
Yeah, he's got that in beta. He has the beta.
Yeah. I bet, who do you think he mains?
Probably Isabella. Duh, because she's a great character.
I don't know. We'll find out. Who do you think Tom Nook would main in Smash Brothers?
Who do you think Tom will Nook?
Who do you think Tom Nook will Nook if he played as a main in Smash Brothers?
But
leave your comment in the comment section and let us know who you think he would play as.
Yeah, do that. But then all of a sudden, when Tom Nook comes up, everyone's like, "No, what the heck? Are they just teasing us again? What the heck is going on?" And lo and behold, there's a new Animal Crossing game.
Hecking explosions all throughout the brains.
Hecking
Animal Crossing
explosions.
2019.
Exactly.
They announced it. We're pretty excited. They didn't show too much. They just said that Animal Crossing.
They didn't show anything.
And we're all excited because we're all fans.
Yeah.
A big thing that kind of leads into is the new Nintendo Online subscription service, which could have a big effect on the Animal Crossing future.
Right.
The subscription service actually launches today. Right now, as we're talking,
today is the 18th.
Yes, today is September 18th, 2018.
When they announced it would
The Nintendo eShop is down right now at this moment for maintenance for the 6.0 update, which is going to include the subscription service. The subscription service is going to make a big change. If you've been playing Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, what else? Splatoon 2.
Yeah, Splatoon.
Any of these games that you've been playing online.
Is Xenoblade the update multiplayer? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. I think I'm thinking of the update that it's an Origin. I thought it might have been multiplayer.
I don't think
it's
it
not.
is.
Just disregard.
In any case, you'll be required to pay for the subscription to be able to play your first party and some third party games online now.
Right.
So there's a 7-day free trial, but it's only $2.99 for 1 month subscription, $7.99 for 3 months, or $20 for a whole year. Yeah. So it's crazy cheap.
Yeah.
The subscription includes an NES library, so you don't have to pay anything extra for NES games. It just comes with a whole ton of NES games that they're also going to be adding more.
Just to say a little thing about the NES, this is the only, them putting the NES games on the Switch is the only way I'm ever going to successfully make it through the first Metroid game. They showed the image of Metroid on there, and I was super psyched because it's I tried to play
original
it on the
Metroid,
on the NES Classic, and it was so difficult because I'm young. I didn't grow up with it. But this is the only way I'm ever going to probably play those games.
Well, Nintendo's always released their old classic games and virtual consoles and stuff on the systems, but you have to pay for them, and they were $8 or so every time. But now it all comes with a subscription. You have the subscription, you get it.
Yeah. If you pay for it, you get it.
The biggest deal out of the NES games is that they are online multiplayer.
All of them, or just some of them?
They are online multiplayer.
some of them are online multiplayer.
Any games from the NES that were multiplayer, you can play them online now. Yeah. So if you played Super Mario Bros. 3, you can now play it online. I'm assuming Mario 3 is in there. Anyways, it's pretty awesome.
Isn't it Super Nintendo?
No, Mario 3
NES.
is
on you're right.
Big deal. That's kind of awesome. They also announced these NES controllers to come along with the Switch. You can charge them on your
They have
Joy-Con
the
mounts,
connections,
but they're not Joy-Cons.
They have the connections just like the Joy-Cons, so they can slip into your Switch for carrying purposes, and they charge them, and then they can charge like a regular Joy-Con in like a separate thing, but they are not Joy-Cons.
Right.
They are just
They only work with
wireless
the NES
NES
games.
Classics or a controller. Yeah.
They're $60. They look cool. You're a Nintendo fan. You're gonna buy them.
Yeah.
Another big thing with the subscription service is it includes online cloud save data.
Mm-hmm.
About time. It's 2018.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, Nintendo.
Thanks for joining us.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It's not a huge deal to a lot of people because you can already save your games on your memory cards, but something could happen to your system. You could drop it in the toilet, fry it, there goes all your save data.
Would it fry while it's in the toilet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends
if you turn it off in time or not.
It's really nice though because the more games you have, if you store them either on the Switch themselves or they're even if you get physical games, there's still the data for those games. Breath of the Wild I have physically, but it takes up like a couple gigabytes of space because it's such a massive game for all everything that you can get in it. And
but it's going to back up the save data.
Exactly, it's going to back it up,
the cloud,
and that comes with it. I mean, I don't think you're not going to have to pay for upgrades either. It's just always on the cloud, which I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah, I mean it's just
but
save games. Save games don't take up a lot of space. So
right, you shouldn't have to. You're not going to have to. Probably, you're not going to have to upgrade. Like if you have like 50 gigabytes of space already stored, and they're like, oh,
it's
can
not
you give
like
us...
that. Save data is really small, so it's not going to take up a lot of space.
Is it?
Yeah, save data files are like 15 kilobytes.
Okay,
ain't gonna hurt no one.
Kill
they're
those
not worried
bytes.
about it.
That's it.
If your subscription does run out, they will remove and delete your cloud data off of the service.
It's non-recoverable,
which kind of sucks, but it makes sense. You're not paying for a subscription, so just be careful.
Yeah.
Plus, the subscription's super cheap. It's going to include discounts on the eShop. They're always going to give us some free stuff. We'll expect it pretty quick. Probably even tomorrow, they'll probably give us some cool free stuff. Maybe some free updates to games if you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else? The app. Did we talk about the app?
We did not.
The app on the phone will... There's a Nintendo app on the phone that you can use for voice chat and such while you play your games.
Right.
Which is kind of neat. It makes sense. Nintendo assumes that everyone already has a phone. They use them for talking and chatting anyways.
Yeah.
We all have unlimited free data now.
Well, I'm sure that they have some type of analysis from when Mario Run came out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this many people got Mario Run and Pokemon Go and all that stuff.
And Fire Emblem.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Square Enix with the Pocket Edition. So they're totally good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there will be other things that they use the app for. They haven't said too much. They said and more. So it could add some extra implementations to your games as well. Maybe with Animal Crossing when you're out away from home. I mean, a Switch can go with you, but there could be implementations that you can do stuff on a separate game on your phone that could connect to your Switch console. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do.
Only time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I was wondering if they're gonna add, one of my issues was always that Discord. We use Discord. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there that use Discord too. That if you're using on your phone, some people play it on or use Discord on their phone with headphones while they're playing a computer game or even a regular console game. I've done that before, and I use headphones that cover my ears, so it's really hard to hear on my TV while I'm using my big headphones. And so I wonder if Nintendo's gonna implement anything to either help with that, or if it's just something that's not really that big of an issue.
I don't know if they'll be able to do that through the app. I know some games currently already do have in-game voice chat.
That's true.
It doesn't happen a lot right now, but it is there, so you can use that. I'm not sure how they would work that through the app.
Yeah. I don't know. They probably won't address it. It's not a major issue, but it's just something I've thought about. Maybe you've thought about it too.
Something to think about.
Yeah, something to think about.
Yeah. That's about it. This is Geekbeef Gaming. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, ideas, please leave some comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. I'm Andy Beef.
I'm Josh Beef.
And this is Geekbeef Gaming.